You are now listening to
The Really Joe podcast. Really Joe.
All right, so today we're gonna have a very special episode. We got the old lady's BFF. Well, one couple of her BFFs, Rebekah and Ashley. So today the topic is gonna be red flags and also pee in the pool. I'm recording, Denise. Stop texting Rebekah, please. Sheesh.
Okay.
All right. So Ashley, I know I caught you on the fly. So this is why, she doesn't have her camera on, because this was a last minute thing. And yeah, I appreciate you for joining me. I really do. But Ashley, can you tell me what is your biggest red flag when it comes to dating?
Actually, this is so funny. My newest red flag is hotel.
Is what?
The guys that we kind of consider, they want to you know what, probably you should scratch this, because then it's going to be some guys talking about me. But anyway, so it's the guys that always want to say that, good morning, queen, and feel like their queen should be treating their kings and be feeding them breakfast in bed all the time, worshiping every part of their soul. Yeah. But don't necessarily reciprocate all that worshiping back. So those are my red flags right now. That's my first, second, and third one.
Okay. All right. So hold on. What did you refer to them as?
The hotel.
Hotel.
Look it up.
You said hotel, right?
No, I did not.
What did you say? Hotel.
HOTEP.
Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's people that's want you to worship them? Like guys that want you to worship them?
Basically.
Where did you get that word from?
They want to be treated as a king right off top.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And not necessarily deserving of that title.
Okay. All right.
It's a couple more things that come with that, but you kind of have to be in the flow, and you figure out what kind of guy it is real soon.
Okay. So this just happened where you discovered that you
probably in the last 3 months. Yes.
All right. So they text you with the good morning queen and beautiful and
grand rising.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, you know what? This is the funny thing. I might have put this on like Facebook or something, but I was saying, maybe I was thinking, I can't remember if I did or not. I can't stand it when dudes hit you with that good morning, beautiful. To me, that's a big red flag, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Good morning, beautiful. I'm okay with that.
I like good morning, beautiful. I don't like the grand rising queen. That
that
hell no.
Well, see, look, as a woman, I would expect y'all to like that, right? But to me, it's just a little extra. It's over the top. You're not gonna call somebody beautiful every day for the rest of their life or the rest.
Why not? Maybe that's not realistic to you, but I want my man calling me beautiful every day.
I need to hear beautiful. Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Maybe you should try it.
Hold on, Rebekah. It's not your turn. Hold on. Let me find this goddamn mute button. But anyway, come on, Rebekah. Don't be trying to control my shit now.
I'm not sorry.
All right, excuse me. But what I'm saying is, it's not sustainable. Like it's okay to call your old lady, or because keep in mind, y'all are just friends. Y'all just meeting more than likely, right?
And so usually that's why I feel like that's why this person is calling me beautiful or gorgeous, because, he is still getting to know me. So he's trying to suss out if she likes this, is this something that I can do? And I feel like only guys that can sustain it, do. Because I know guys that just kind of call me beautiful and that's it. But I have people that literally every single day since I've met them have text good morning beautiful or good morning gorgeous or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It don't get weird after a while.
No.
No, that's just what they say.
Okay.
And I say good morning back.
Okay. Rebekah, if you don't mind, what's your biggest red flag?
My biggest red flag dating is when you text or call a person and they never respond or they take forever to respond, but when you're with them, they have their phone in their hand 24/7. That's a big red flag to me. Like, period. That's the biggest one.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's low key kind of like being ghosted. You don't like being ghosted.
It's not even being ghosted. It's just like you want some other shit. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. It's not even being ghosted. It's like you want something else, because how can, when I'm texting you or something like that, you are super busy, you can't respond, but then when we're around each other, you always have your phone in your hand. You don't miss a beat. And it could be, and sometimes I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're at work or something, but they could be like, I'm at home. I was at home. I fell asleep. I was doing this. There's always an excuse. That's a big red flag to me. Whenever there's an excuse to why they didn't respond to you for 3 and 4 hours, no.
Okay. All right.
That's a big flag.
All right. So you're just having to notice that early. So then once you do make that phone call and you don't get a call back in 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, you already know something is up, right?
Especially if they're routine. Yeah, if they have a routine, you usually know. Men usually don't fall off of their routine.
Okay.
To me, from dating men, I feel like they're usually consistent in a routine.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Ashley, what do you think about Rebekah's red flag? What would your comeback be to that?
Besides, that's a good red flag because it is. I don't have much else to say because every word that she said, I am 100% behind. Okay. Why is it when I text you, it's taking you 2 or 3 hours, but now that we go out to eat, you up here, your phone right beside you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Rebekah, what would your comeback be to Ashley's red flag? I
agree too. Like, I agree with what she said, and I've heard of that term with what she's saying too. And I know exactly what she's talking about because I actually talked about that with someone, of how I felt like I was talking to men and they were all giving me the same script, kind of.
Right.
And yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, I know what she's talking about. I've had that happen to me. And I've had that happen to another girl that I know. We're not even friends, but we were talking and we actually started talking about 2 certain guys that were sending us both the same messages. Yeah, it was crazy. And I was like, this is really weird. So yeah, I think these men are just, I feel like, yeah, I agree with her. I feel like they want to get the most out of you, and then just, I don't know if it's like a pass around thing or something like, I don't know what they got going on, but it's weird. Yeah, it is. And they think it's a game. It's like a game to them, and it's really not funny. It's really annoying.
No, but
are you getting mad at me?
Now they want you to take care of them.
No, I'm not getting mad at you.
Okay.
I mean, I know men do think it's funny. They think that hurting women's feelings are funny. They feel like they don't take women serious and it's just a game. A lot of them think that. It's like she said, it's to benefit them. It's not about you. It's what can you do for me? And I think that's a lot of not just men, I think that's women too. A lot of issues with dating nowadays is what can you do for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and what were you saying, Ashley? I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just saying, they're constantly like wanting to explain why they feel they deserve this or they should get that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but I've known you like 3 days. Right. And you're already, you want to be in my space completely. You want to move. It's almost like you want to move in with me. knowing, it's like they're ready for you to, basically you're about to get another kid. I already have two.
All right. So, Rebekah, you got your throat cleared over there.
Yes.
All right. So let me ask you this. Oh, this is for both of you. At what point, and this is being applied to both of your biggest red flags. At what point do you start to take these red flags serious? Because in Rebekah's example, right? Somebody's not responding in a timely manner, right? At what point would you expect them to respond in a timely manner? Because when you first meet somebody, you don't just take them serious, right? You gotta kind of warm up to them, and as Denise would probably do, she gotta string you along for a little bit before she take you serious. So at what point would you start to take any of that serious, or even pay attention enough to notice their behaviors?
I would appreciate it more if you, in the beginning, take a while to text me back. Then you're texting me, you're calling me, and then you start to, after a while, it's like, oh, now it's taking 3 hours, or you don't respond to the next day after like a month or 2 months. Like, that to me is ass backwards. So if you're going to do that to try to see if you even want to, waste your time, communicate with me, do like that in the beginning. Like, so I don't have these expectations, or I don't get used to a certain way. Like, that's how I would rather it be. Like, if you see me texting, because sometimes someone could text me and I'd be like, I see it, and I'll take my time to respond, because what am I jumping and rush to respond to them for? So I would rather someone do that. And then once you feel they're worth your time, then you will make it a priority to respond quicker.
Okay, but if you could put a time frame on it, what's the time frame?
It ain't no time frame, because if I feel like you on some BS, then I'm a block you.
All right, all right, so cool. But in a perfect world, if you could put a time frame on when you start to take it serious, what would that time frame be?
Oh, when you start taking a person serious?
Yes.
Y'all know I move fast shit. Now I'm just saying.
Denise over here laughing. Denise is over here laughing though. Go ahead.
In a perfect world, I would start probably taking a person serious after 90 days, 3 months, 4 months. I think after 4 months, you kind of know where it's going after 4 months.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Ashley, with your biggest red flag, when would you start to take it serious?
Oh, out the gate.
Out the gate?
Because if you listen, you text me Grand Rising, I'm going to talk to you about it. Like, what is your purpose? And I have already done this, so it's not like this is theoretical. What is your purpose? Why are you doing this? Do you know about hotel? Have you heard that term before? And if you say yes, like, actually, prime example, the guy says that he only texts Grand Rising because he didn't like saying good morning, because it's too close to morning, as in, death. So I was like, okay, that's kind of odd, but all right, moving on from there, it was like, okay, well, you had an excuse, so okay, I'm not gonna strike that against you. You were prepared for that question, I guess, because now you're texting me and saying hello or hey. My problem with that is that if you had such a strong feeling towards good, Grand Rising, and you really that was your theme, then you would have kept saying Grand Rising, right? If it had nothing to do with the hotep and all that other stuff, if it was just because that's what you wanted to say Grand Rising, you would continue to say Grand Rising. You're not going to change your whole personal being or your thoughts just because somebody asked you a few questions. Because he did, it said to me that you're a liar. Like, it's something real suspect about him. So yeah, immediately. I don't want to deal with anyone who has games on their mind, or again, who is in this for themselves. I don't have time for that at all. And I know that sounds harsh. I have been told that I'm harsh. I'm okay with that because I know what I want.
I did an episode, Rights, Responsibility, and More. It's pretty good in my opinion. But so I had a doctor who says that men should be honest with women up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if I'm gonna start with you, Rebekah, since I started with Ashley first on the last one. So what if you met a guy and he says, "Hey, Rebekah, I just want to have intimate relations with you for maybe a year or two, and then we can see where this may go from there. If we vibing, maybe we could take it up a notch. Maybe not. Maybe we could just have intimate things going on. That's it." Could you respect that? Or would you just be like, get out of my face?
Respecting it, I can still respect it and tell you to get out my face. Like, I don't have to agree with it. Like, if someone was to tell me that, I would definitely be like, no, because that's not what I'm looking for. So no, that wouldn't work for me, but I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna use this example. So this guy that I had kind of liked, and we were talking for a while. I know it was just like, well, it wasn't off and on. We were talking a lot. And then one day I sent him a message and I didn't hear from him no more. I really wasn't, I just was like, okay, I sent him a message. He never sent me a message back. And then like 2 months later, he sends me a message and he basically was just explaining that he had been dealing with somebody in the city that he lives. And he didn't want to basically be a hoe. He said he didn't want to play both of us. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you for sparing me and giving me the opportunity whether I wanted to deal with that. Like, he gave me that choice. He didn't just put it on me. But I still was like, no, like, I don't want to be aside because she's in your face. I'm not. I live in a whole different state. So I appreciated that, and we're still cool, but I don't want to date him because he got something else going on. So I appreciate honesty, but that doesn't mean just because you're honest, I have to take it or settle for that.
Hey, I can respect that. Ashley, what was your opinion on that?
Basically the same. I definitely appreciate honesty. That is like real high on my little steps here. But again, like Rebekah said, I can choose not to. And hey, maybe I might be in the mindset that, it might be okay. And I'm like, cool. But give me that option, because I'm going to be honest with you. You be honest with me. So.
Okay. So whenever you're first getting to know someone, right? Things that he may deem as a red flag, do you throw that out there to the guy and and put that on the table, or do you just only pay attention to his red flags?
Are you saying do I tell him about myself? No, you know what? I think I like to do even exchanges. My family and friends say I talk a lot, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real honest. And sometimes it might be a little too honest to you. So if you don't like someone who is an overthinker, well, you wouldn't like me because I'm an overthinker. I'm going to tell you my good, bad, and I might not go into my ugly so much, but you definitely will know my bad.
Okay.
Because I want to be, like I said, I want to be honest, and I don't want to, if I can see that person as something more than just these little phone conversations we may be having, then I want to make sure I'm upfront with myself.
Okay. And what about you, Rebekah?
It's hard to hide my red flag because I'm just bossy. That's just kind of like my personality. But usually people catch on and they'll be like, okay, yeah, you're a little bossy. So,
All right,
I think it just comes in hand, though. I don't really think it's even my personality. It's more of my responsibility as being a single mom, because I don't have to be bossy if I felt like there was someone who was able to take care of things.
Can you please preach?
So,
no, she can't preach. We don't need y'all doing that. Not today. Y'all can do that on your own time today.
I'm just saying, hey, you are talking to us. Is this not, I mean, she is being real because as a single mom, you have to take charge in most of the stuff in your life, your kids' life, and everybody else's. So, of course, when a guy comes in, you tend to take more charge.
Right. Because you're in boss mode. Right.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. With that being said, Ashley, boss mode. You said it's a give and take, right? With the red flags that you have and that he has, right?
Right.
Do you go first?
Do I let? Okay, I will tell you.
Oh, okay. Come on.
It is very hard. It is hard for me to just relinquish and let someone lead. Okay, because I have actually encountered so many guys that want me to be in charge. They don't want to take charge. Well, I'm gonna call them beta males. The alpha males that I've met, I kind of know right off top, oh, he's alpha. Beta males, they tend to just let me stay in charge. So when you encounter alpha males, it is a little bit harder to be like, and then guys are so, and I don't know if it's because of my aura or what, but it's like they always look to me. When are you available? When do you want to do this? So I'm still in charge. So I'm still making the dates. I'm still scheduling things. Like, I would love for a guy to say, hey, on February 18th, we are doing this. So be ready, have your childcare and all that in order. But they don't. So I do what comes natural.
All right. So Rebekah, you was looking like you wanted to testify. While Ashley was talking like you want to say, yes, girl. Yes. So do you agree?
I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like I'm always like, I don't, even when men be like, I'm an alpha male, or like if they say that, or they try to, it's never really what they say it is, ever. Like I probably can count on one hand, since I've lived in Arkansas 14 years, how many alpha males I've really came across. Okay. They are just not what they think they may be. They're not. Okay. And then I think once they encounter me, it's more like, oh, I guess I'm not, but then they try to make it like it's me. But if you were really an alpha male, then I'm not gonna say you would handle me. I'm not gonna say that, because if I feel like that makes me sound like I'm difficult, because I'm really not. I feel like if you were really an alpha male, then I would curl my tail and I would sit my ass down and shut up.
Yes.
Rebekah, you do know I know you.
Yeah, you know me, but what does that mean? If you're an alpha male, you're an alpha male, regardless if I'm bossy or not. An alpha male can get a bossy woman to shut up and sit down.
So let me ask you this. I want, and this is for both of you, of whomever wants to go first, feel free. Which one is more appealing, alpha male or beta male?
Well, as we've already said, it's kind of hard to determine the alpha males. Right. Because it's like I don't know. I have seen one or two, and I would tell you that I am definitely more attracted to the alpha male, because I feel like I'm an alpha female. So I need someone to be, I want to be under a male. I want him to lead my household. So true. I want him to lead, but I haven't found anyone that I can relinquish the leadership role to.
Okay. And when you say lead the household, right? What exactly do you mean when you say lead the household?
Make those hard decisions for the household. So whether it's, oh my gosh, you want the list. So let's say I am someone, I'm kind of impulsive a little bit. So I might want to get a new vehicle. And Denise, don't laugh, because yes, I get vehicles. So I need someone to kind of pull me back a little bit. Say, hey, Ashley, it might not be what you need. Let me think, pull reel me in, because I can make some decisions that maybe they're not bad, but they couldn't, there are sometimes there are decisions that don't necessarily have to be made, so to speak. Or, pay the bills. So I don't have to always roll out of bed every other Friday and do that every single morning at 8 o'clock. Somebody that I know is going to get the job done. All I have to do is worry about home, but everything around it, change the light bulb outside that went out. All those things that I have to do on top of the inside the house roles, cleaning the house, washing the clothes, folding the clothes. If, mow the yard. I don't like somebody I cannot tell you how many guys that have actually wanted to lay their head in my house, but not mow my yard. Like, that's not even a hard thing to do. But I'm just saying, leave my house, make sure we are, going to church and following God's word and doing all those kind of things. Just overall, just leave.
Okay. All right. So Rebekah, which one is more appealing, alpha or beta?
Every alpha male that I've ever dated, I've never forgot. So to me, alpha male. Them beta males, I don't remember them. I'll really be forgetting their last names. I'll forget their first name after a couple weeks. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But those alpha males that I've dated, I have always remembered. So to me, it's alpha male.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this was more appealing initially or in a relationship? Because I'm sure if y'all were in a relationship, that alpha stuff would get a little old, right?
No, because just because they're alpha doesn't mean that they're controlling or they're telling you what to do.
Right.
Everybody, it depends on how you present it. You don't, just because when I say alpha, I don't think of someone who's like demanding or it's going to be this way and this is how it's going to be. Alpha male takes charge, but he also considers your feelings. If he's in charge, he's going to want to know what you think or how you feel. It's not about someone who just comes in and sweeps the table off and be like, it's going to be this way and that's it. No, that doesn't mean you're alpha male. It just means you take charge. Like, that's
you're
it.
Gonna make those decisions that sometimes that, again, you're making decisions to better the family, to better that household.
And a beta male to me is more so like, well, it's whatever you want. What you want to do? How we gonna do it? When we gonna go? Did you do this? What time we leaving? Like, that is a beta male. Like, you make all the decisions. Like, you might as well be my son. Like,
exactly.
You don't have no say-so in anything, but you complain. But you don't think of any resolution to fix the problem, but you complain. Like, that's like beta males to me.
Mm-hmm. So you want an alpha male in a relationship, because again, and even though, and you might bump heads. I definitely know that from personal experience. You're going to bump heads, but one of you, and like you said, Rebekah, it doesn't mean that he's just going to say my way goes.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that, I know for me, because I am normally the boss in the house, that it does take me a little bit to step back and be like, okay, maybe you're right.
Right.
But I have also been in a situation where I was right and he said, okay, that's cool. But I agree too. I've never forgotten any of the few alpha males that I've dated.
Oh.
And if they had their stuff together, we'd still be together.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all their fault, right?
No, it's my fault because they all married. So it was my fault at that time.
They're not married, but I would say it's a joint thing. I don't put everything on one person.
But you just did.
I said if they had their stuff together, if we had our stuff together, Jill.
That's not what you said, Ashley.
I'm redoing it. Dang, can I not pull it back? I'm pulling it. See what I'm saying about these dang on nails.
Okay. All right. So look, since both of you seem to be in agreement about most things tonight, right? What is the most common red flag y'all get?
It's the consistency, I believe, is the reddest flag. That's all they keep saying. It's consistency. You can't.
Who is
Well,
that?
you know, Denise be hearing all our little stories, so she
Right.
probably about right.
It's consistency.
Right. Consistency.
They're not consistent. That's the
They're
red
not.
flag.
They're not. The
most
guys,
red.
so the guy that there's one guy that, you know, Denise, you probably know who I'm talking about, recent guy, that I would definitely probably would give another chance to if he was consistent.
Mhm.
If he had, if, and now I do put this more on him than on me, because we've had multiple conversations about it, and I think he kind of understands. At the same time, he doesn't understand because he's still inconsistent with that. He's consistent with his inconsistency.
Consistency. Mhm. Sure.
So
Yeah.
if he had that better, then yeah.
And to me, I feel like not being consistent and being inconsistent is a lack of interest. I just feel
Right.
like and then they can be like, no, it's just because I'm busy. No, it's a lack of interest because I am busy. I work, I take care of my kids, I work at night, I go to appointments, I do everything that I need to do. But if it's someone I'm interested in, I still find the time to communicate. So
And you said the key word, busy. That's
yes,
what they always want to use.
I'm busy. Yeah. I've been on a blocking spree. So I just block you. I don't really care. Like, you don't have to tell me twice. And I want to, okay, go ahead. I don't want to get off subject. So go ahead. It's your podcast. I don't want to take over. But yeah.
Go ahead, Rebecca. The floor is yours. You gonna try to take over anyway. Come on with it.
No, I'm not.
I'm just trying to take over.
Ashley.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
No, I agree with Ashley. Okay, so this was
right.
this is my most recent dating experience that I've had. So I was dating this guy and I've known him for like 10 years, but he lives in a different state. And it was like he was calling me every day. He was FaceTiming me multiple times a day. He is not an entrepreneur. And I do give entrepreneurs more slack as far as availability because sometimes their schedule's all over the place. But when you work a 9 to 5, you work a 9 to 5. You cannot be busy at 10 o'clock at night, like, period. Like, that's bullshit. So anyways, he was calling, texting, all that, or whatever. He came down here for Christmas. That was that. And then when he went back, it was like I really wasn't hearing from him like I was before. He wasn't texting me as much. And it was just like, blah. It was like stupid. So then he came down here for my birthday. And he was like, he had apologized. He had a lot going on. And he was like, he knew that he was wrong. He really didn't know how to redeem himself from that bullshit. So I was like, okay, mind you, this is a person that claims to be an alpha male. And I do get the alpha male vibe from him a little bit, but I also felt like he was surprised. Like he just felt like I make good money, I own my home, I have all this. So he felt like he was surprised. I'm not chasing that for you. So that was that. So he went home and I really wasn't hearing from him again. So I happened to text him and it was just like, so are we back on the same, stuff that we were on that you already apologized for? And his response, he calls me, his response to me was, well, when's the last time you called me? So I felt like, so you want me to chase? So I felt like we had, and mind you, before we had the conversation of, he was like, I can't always answer when you call, or when you FaceTime because I'm busy. Okay. He works a 9 to 5. He works for the VA. So I was like, okay, well, I'll text you. You know what I'm saying? When you text somebody, usually it might take a couple hours, but you're going to respond. This man was taking a whole day to respond to me. Okay. So I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. So when he said that, I was like, okay, so you an alpha male, but you want me to chase you. That's what it sounded like. You want me to, you just told me the other day you busy. So I text to try to make it more convenient and you take a whole day to respond. And now you ask me, when's the last time I called you? You the man, you just told, like, what do you mean? So when people say that to me, to me, it was just it was a big red flag that you got some other stuff going on. You're not interested, but you kind of want to keep me in the back pocket because you might think I'm a good woman. So I blocked them because it ain't nothing else to talk about.
Definitely want to keep you in the back pocket. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They don't want us to go anywhere.
Like, yeah,
Yep.
like I'm busy, but you work 9 to 5. You don't have any kids at your house. You don't have a side business. You're not doing anything. So you're not going to tell me that you're busy.
No, he's busy because he got a side girl.
Right. That you're doing something else. Right. Girl, nobody got time for that. So don't worry. You ain't got to worry about me because I'm going to dismiss myself.
Hold on.
And that's what I'm on this year. I'm just blocking people. I'm on a blocking spree.
If that man is single, he's exercising his options.
And that's
but he's not being honest though.
Be honest. Exactly, Ashley. Yes, you can also be honest. Don't try to make it be like, when you down, like, oh, I want to be with you. I want things to work out. You don't have to say that to me. I don't need you to say that to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that. But then you are not doing anything that you said you were going to do. Like, you don't have to do, like, I was dating him. I was talking to him, but I was dating other people. Like.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I told him that. He knew I had other people I was talking to.
But guys don't want to tell you the same thing. They don't want to tell you that they're dating. Also, they want to say, well, I'm going to expend my energy only on you because I don't see a reason for me to be dating around. Well, knowing they're already dating other people. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to feel bad for dating other people. So they can look like the good ones. Right. Meanwhile, they got 10 other people over here, and so they're busy all the time. And they don't have time because they're busy and work, and you don't understand.
And one of the responses was, I'm gonna give you 3 months to get rid of your hoes. So yeah, that I'm dating. I'm not sitting in Arkansas as good as I look, not dating nobody. Right? I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm dating. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's dating. I'll converse because men don't even want to take you on dates no more. So I converse.
I don't know. I don't understand this dating thing. I will tell you, I hate dating. I hate dating because they want to text you all day or have 1 or 2 hour conversations with you. And then you're like, okay, again, single mom here. I'm letting you know in advance, I got the weekend and no kid, but you don't invite me anywhere. You don't ask me to go on a date. And then here comes Monday and you want to text and say, I had a guy do it to me. Want to text me on a Monday saying, hey, when can I see you? Didn't I let you know last week that I didn't have kids this past weekend and you didn't say anything? Oh, I was sick. Girl, if I hear I was sick one more time.
Hey.
How would y'all describe the dating pool?
I think we just summed that up for you.
Yeah, it's
no. Put a word or a phrase to it.
Crappy.
Okay. Rebekah.
Horrendous. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Okay.
It's quite possible that the good guys are just not dating right now. I'm gonna say that to be positive.
And I'm not even gonna say they're married because more married men be in my inbox than anybody.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Anybody. Yes. So
okay.
I don't know.
All right. So the dating pool is horrible. If you could sum it up of why the dating pool is horrible, why is it so horrible?
I feel like I really feel like people's expectations are unrealistic of other people. I feel like people have this fairy tale in their head. I feel like a lot of people are superficial and a lot of people want things, like I said, that are unrealistic. Like you want to come off that and you want everything to be perfect, or you've been in a relationship and you think it's going to be perfect and it's not. It's like nobody wants to put in work for anything. So I just feel like the expectations are unrealistic. Now it's taken me years to realize, now it's like I'm on this new journey, I guess you could say, with dating, but it's just like, now it's like when I date somebody and if it's too good, before I'd be like, oh my God, this is so great. Like they're so great. But now if it's too good, it ain't right. It's never supposed to be too good. If it's too good, it's something wrong. Like, and that's what I've known. I had to bump my head for years to realize if it's too good, it ain't right.
Okay.
So,
and what about you, Ashley? Wow. If you could sum it up, why is the dating pool so bad?
I think human nature has done that. And what I mean by that is we have, we mentioned married men. There's a culture now of married men dating outside. It's because the single women have allowed them to cheat on their wives, and I'm saying, I'm not generalizing anyone. I'm just saying, everyone has allowed married women to just be with who they want to be with. And then not even that, now we have polyamorous, we have all these different terms for relationships that involve multiple people. So if you are a single person looking for another single person, and just, two people in a relationship, it seems it's far-fetched, because that is not the new reality. It's like the new reality is, everyone mingles together, so if you don't want to join in on this new culture, or either you got to do that, or you have to submit to someone who is not deserving of you. So either you're going to submit and basically settle, or you're going to be in a relationship with a guy that has multiple relationships on the side. Again, another form of settling. So, but I feel like it's because we have allowed this to happen. Like, it's just like evolution, and maybe in a few years it'll die down and people will stop. But I think that's just my reason.
Okay. The crazy thing is, I was pretty much with you, right? Until you got to the point where you said submitting to someone who's not deserving of you. Now, that sounded a little harsh, right? And then, like, I don't know, me being a guy, it's like, I kind of feel like you should be deserving of one another, versus.
Well, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you're put in a situation where you're submitting to someone who is not. And so, yeah, it may sound kind of harsh. It may, things, that's reality. And I'm just gonna say, man, I'm not, again, like you said, it might come out raw. But I'm a single mom who has a great education, who has a great job, who takes care of herself, who is buying her home. Why should I allow a man who doesn't have a home, who is living with his mom or guardian or whatever, that's 40 plus years old and doesn't take care of his own kids, or I'm just saying, I'm giving a whole bunch of negatives, but why should I allow that type of person come into my life and submit to him? That is what I mean by someone who is not deserving of my love, but, and again, it might sound kind of mean, but
It does.
No, it's not. It's not mean. I don't think it's mean. Like, I don't even really think you said anything about finances, really. Like, you didn't say how much he had to make.
No,
you could work
that doesn't even matter.
Right.
I don't care about that. I'm saying all the other stuff, like I've had it. And this is why I'm saying, because I've had someone literally try to come in and move in on me and my kids. He had the suggestion of moving one of my kids' rooms so his kids can take that room. I've been in it. Yeah, see, now you want to laugh. But this is what I'm saying by that was someone who was not deserving of me. But because I was so, oh man, I was in love with, not in him, but with the fact of being in a relationship. And when I woke up, it's like, what is wrong with me? And so you have to take account of what you bring. People have been talking about that a lot, like what you bring to the table. But I know what I bring to the table. So I need someone who matches what I bring to the table, or at least has the potential to match what I bring to the table. He did. Okay. That guy didn't have the potential, but I was allowing that because I was settling.
You know what? this might sound crazy, right? This may sound crazy, but this is just how I feel, right? You know how you say what you bring to the table, right? And I mean, and keep in mind, this is for really anybody in any relationship. Let's just say you bring the table to the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rebekah, same for you. Let's say you bring the table to the table, and then you meet a man who's bringing pretty much the whole table to the table. Same for both of you. Y'all don't need each other. Because, and this is why I say this, you already bring a bunch. You don't care what this other person brings, because you can bring it all, right? And keep in mind, you don't have to agree. This is my opinion. You're not going to value one another. I mean, y'all could be together and stop shaking your head. This is my opinion. You can't shake your head on my opinion, right?
We'll disagree, so I'm gonna shake. So
No. I know what I'm saying is you can't say no to my opinion. You know,
doesn't make any sense though.
It makes perfect sense.
I'm gonna disagree too.
Oh no, but y'all didn't let me finish. No,
Okay.
no, you're not letting me finish because you're cutting me off right now.
You started talking to me first.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I feel like, okay, let's just say in the scenario Ashley presented, what she has, right? And she says, why would I waste, put her energy and effort towards somebody who doesn't have what she already has, right?
I said, or the potential to get it.
Okay.
Don't forget that part.
All right, but all right, cool. But initially you said, why would I do this if he doesn't even have what I already have, right?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
No.
At all. Okay.
I didn't say that.
When you said
said I shouldn't settle for someone that's not deserving of me. I never said someone has to have what I already have. I said these are the things that I have. Okay. And I need someone that can at least match that or has the potential to match that. That's what I said. Because if I get with someone who has the table plus some, bringing the chairs and everything else, that at that point you're right. We don't have to need each other in that way. That sounds like we're gonna find ways. Not only do we want each other, because I think when you want somebody, it makes it better than needing somebody. That's just my opinion. Okay, right? So I want this person. Not only are they matching what I have, I want him, and also I'm gonna make way that to fit him into my life, just like he should be making a way to fit me into his life, and we're gonna meld together. It's gonna be butter. It's just gonna melt together. Okay. So why would I not want someone who can match that? Having someone that has a table does not mean we're gonna be oil and water. That's what you feel, right? Am I interpreting what you said right? If I match with someone that has the same thing that I have, we're not gonna be good for each other, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that you're not gonna be good for each other, but he's not. I feel like you wouldn't appreciate each other. Let me say that. But yeah, go ahead. Come on, Rebekah.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna let Rebekah talk.
Come on.
I'm just confused. Like, okay, so you're saying, okay, so this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying, Jeff. You're saying if I have a table and he has a table and they're both full, we don't need each other. Is that what you're saying? Like, because you feel like what can he do from? And see, that's the problem. That's the mindset. People get in these relationships and they're always like, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
What can you do? Right. It should be, what can I do for him? So why am I looking at what can he do for me? I'm trying to figure out what I can do for him. So I'm not looking at it. I'm not supposed to be looking at it in a selfish sense. So I don't see how that would even work, because if you have two people that are both trying to make the other person happy, I'm not looking at that his table's too full and he
Right.
has too much, he can't do
Right.
anything for me. There's always going to be something that he could do for me.
He's lacking somewhere,
But-
just like you're lacking.
Yeah, but
somewhere.
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at
Right.
what I can do for him. So
Mhm.
that's the problem with the outlook. That's the problem with, that's how I look at it as far as that. Now, what Ashley is saying, of course we don't want anybody. I will date somebody that work at Target. If he work
Right.
at Target, he go to work every day. He got his
Yep.
own place. He taking care of his kids. He got a car. He take care of his
Mhm.
business. I don't mind that you work at Target. You don't have to make what I make,
Right.
but you have to be mentally on the same level that I'm on. So, and we still can have the same table.
Mhm.
Finances doesn't determine the
Mm-mm.
table that, the table. So he can work there and still, but I can benefit him because maybe I make more money and maybe maybe if we got married, we can afford a house that he might not be able to afford if we weren't married.
Right.
So there's ways that I can contribute to him and there's ways that he can contribute to me. Maybe he knows how to paint a wall. I'm not painting no wall. So there's things that I'm sure that he could do for me that I can't do. And that there's things that I can do for him that he can't do. So to me, it doesn't matter if his table's full. There's always going to be something that you can do to contribute to somebody and somebody that can someone that can contribute to you.
Right.
But you still have to be on the same level mentally.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have to.
Cool.
When we say match energies, I'm
Yeah.
talking about physically, emotionally, spiritually. I need to
Right.
be matched on all those levels. But yeah, like finance, it does not matter. I've never looked at somebody and like, how much money you make. I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
don't care
matter.
because I can spoil myself all day, every day.
All right.
I'm
So
not gonna-
look.
Yeah.
So look, the scenario that you gave, right? That's exactly what I was saying, Rebecca. Even
Okay.
though you were shaking your head, like the scenario that you just gave with the guy at Target,
Mhm.
you said you can help him, right? Basically. And
Mhm.
and you're his motivation to level up.
No, but she don't need to be. I feel like she
hold
doesn't
on,
need
Ashley.
motivation.
Hold on, Ashley. Hold on.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you're at a certain level, right? You just used the scenario of the guy at Target. He may not
Mhm.
make what you make as long as he's there mentally, right? So if he's there mentally, that says that he wants to grow. He wants to progress. He's not happy with just being at Target. You're his motivation for him to do that, to keep growing. That's the scenario that I was presenting. If he had everything in the world and you had everything in the world, I mean, it wouldn't be the same.
There's
You know
no
what I'm saying?
such thing, no, Jeff. I
Yeah,
disagree that
that
anybody is
doesn't
gonna have
exist.
everything in the world because there will always be something that he needs, and it might be love, Jeff.
Right.
So he
And I
might
feel
have
like
every material thing he has in the world. He has all the money that he needs, but he doesn't have love. So okay, I have everything and I don't have love. So there's the thing.
Right.
So it's always gonna be something.
And
Okay.
I think that when you're
Even with the
saying
guy at Target, he has potential, so he's still lacking some. But I don't think that I think if a guy comes and he only uses me as their motivation, then that's not
gonna
good.
work. No.
He needs
And
to
then
have that
I
already.
think, right. And I think that when you're saying y'all have everything, I think you're thinking of financially. Like that's the only thing that I'm thinking, like, because you can't have everything.
Right.
Like, and even finances, you might not have. And then even if he works at Target, he may be a better saver than me.
Right.
He may have more money in the bank than I do.
Right.
So it doesn't mean that, like, that doesn't mean that I can't benefit from him financially either. I'm just saying, just as a hypothetical. But to me, it's just like, I don't want to be with someone and I'm used as their motivation. Like, no, I want you to already have that. I shouldn't motivate you to do more. You should want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Like, because I've been in relationships where I try to motivate people, or I'm like, oh, you can do this, or if it's not in their heart to do it anyway, they're not gonna do it. You can't motivate somebody to do anything. It has to be in them.
Well, let me say this though. All right.
Especially as an adult. I can say maybe as a child, you might be able to motivate somebody, or encourage someone. As an adult, you can encourage. As a child, I feel like you can motivate. As an adult, you already have to be doing it. You already have to have that mindset. Already got to be in your head that that's something you might want to do. I can encourage you, but I can't really push you and motivate you to do something that you've never thought of doing. Because when you're older, it's you kind of stuck in your ways.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, let me say this. Well, a couple of things. I used to go to work, right? And I worked a lot, but I used to see this woman in there almost every day. And so on her off day, she's working overtime. That motivated me to start working more. I'm like, if this lady can come in here and work almost every day, I can do it, and why not? And keep in mind, I don't even know this lady, but I seen her in there on almost every one of her off days, right? So what I'm saying is, to me, in my opinion, it doesn't matter the age. Anybody can motivate somebody to do something.
That lady didn't motivate you, though.
She did motivate me.
No, seeing the lady motivated you, but the lady didn't motivate you.
The lady
you motivated yourself because you were like, if she can do it, I can do it. You just said that. If she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
She didn't say nothing to you.
Motivate you. You motivated yourself. That was your motivation.
No, the lady motivated.
She did, like Ashley said, she did not motivate you. You motivated yourself. Look,
hold on. Also, just like when Ashley was saying a minute ago, he or she could have everything except for love, right? If you doing just like how y'all was saying earlier, y'all busy, y'all parents, y'all work, this, that, and the other. When you gonna have time for love like that? Especially if you got a side hustle that you do, a business, when are you gonna have that type of time?
You make time for it. You make time for anything you want to do.
So do you think that happens in every relationship? Really, honestly?
The successful ones, yes.
Successful ones. But how many?
I feel like, okay, nowadays they even talk about, I feel like it's important to have, like, if you want a marriage to work, relationship to work, you have to set aside days. Yeah, we both busy, but this gonna be our day. We're gonna do date night once a month. We're gonna do this every 2 weeks. Yeah, you gotta make time. Like, no, you can't be realistic and be like, every night I want to be up underneath you. I want to eat dinner with you every single day. We're gonna go to lunch. Some people can do that. But for people who are very busy, that live 2 separate households, that have children, that have other responsibilities, if you want something to work, bad enough, it'll work.
All right, so cool. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all this. And this is gonna be a good question. This is the question of the night.
Oh goodness.
All right, so y'all have given some good insights, some good answers. I don't know which one I want to answer this first. I think I'm gonna go with Ashley.
I know what you're gonna ask.
Why are you single, Ashley?
I knew you was gonna ask.
What? Well, because I know and I want what I want, and I think that sometimes that comes off as, I think I can come off as aggressive. I think I can come off as selfish. And while I'm not intending for those things to come off that way, it does. And if no one points it out to me, which usually it's later on after everything has dissolved and, it's too late. But if you don't catch me on it, if you don't stop me in saying it, I understand that, I might be a little selfish. I can see that, and I can be honest and say that. But like I said, I am an overthinker. So sometimes I may read more into a situation than it is. And again, I try to tell people, men, this up front, but because I'm not talking to the right kind of man, and that's how I'm gonna say it, I'm not talking to the right man, so it's not received the right way. Okay, did that make sense, Jim?
No.
Okay, so I'm saying, if I tell you that I'm an overthinker, you probably just like, oh, okay, whatever, right? But if you're trying to see me, and when I say see me, I mean really see past the superficial stuff,
and I say I'm overthinker, and something happens, you would try to make sure that you explain that situation to an overthinker beforehand. Because if you don't explain the situation, if you are gone, like let's say we talked about missed calls and missed texts and stuff earlier. It's been 2 days. I'm already an overthinker. I haven't heard from you in 2 days. I'm probably about to cancel you. And then you come in and you try to give me some type of explanation. It might not go over well. Okay. So a small situation just evolved into something bigger because, again, I'm an overthinker, and I could have misread the situation, but you should have just told me beforehand. I'm just saying this is just one particular situation just popped up that has happened before because I read more into something. I try to read between lines, and sometimes maybe lines aren't there.
All right. So look, hey, I'm gonna come back to you and that, but because I don't want Rebekah, why are you single?
Let me add before I start. I'm not gonna be single after this year. So, anyways, I'm single because of myself. I have a really big heart, and I feel like I do too much too soon, and I move too fast sometimes. And not saying the other person isn't moving fast with me, but that's a red flag. Like I said, like that is just not a good thing. So, and I can be bossy. Yeah, I can be bossy. So I really feel like, yeah, a lot of it is me. I'm just too giving, and it shouldn't be like that. I feel like someone should work towards that. I shouldn't just off the bat just make it so easy. So, yeah.
All right. So, Ashley, what I got from what you said, why you single, is that you're selfish and you can be real jealous.
What? I don't think I said jealous at all.
You said you're an overthinker, right?
Yes.
So therefore,
where did jealous come from?
Because you said if somebody doesn't explain something to you in a timely manner,
I can misread it.
And yeah,
where did jealous come from?
That sounds jealous. Like if you call somebody and they don't hit you back in a timely manner, you're automatically gonna assume that they with another woman.
I don't think I said that.
I'm just saying, as a man, that's what
there you go. That's why I'm single right there, because men take my words and change them all around, because I didn't say anything about being jealous.
All right, cool.
I said misread and overthink situations that tend to blow up. Now, I never said anything about I assume you with the girl or a woman, and that go. Actually, that's not my first assumption. Usually it's just, you don't have time for me. And if you don't have time, that's cool. I don't have to make time for you. And then it becomes a whole other ordeal. So usually that's what happens. And so I counsel conversations before they can evolve into anything else.
All right, cool. Hey, be that as it may, I'm gonna take it as what did you say? You're selfish and you're a little jealous, might get a little crazy.
All right, okay.
I mean, not saying that's the case, but as an average man, that's how we're gonna interpret that. And then with Rebekah, with what she said she's selfish and she's bossy.
I didn't say anything about being selfish.
She didn't even
Did I say selfish?
No.
I never said selfish. I said I'm too giving. That's definitely the opposite of selfish.
No. You said something before that. You said
giving.
No, before giving. No, it was something.
This is what happens.
You said you were pushy.
You are a prime example of what happens.
They don't listen.
Exactly.
No, you said you were pushy.
No, I did not say that either. You might need to get your notepad out.
Oh my God.
Pushy.
No one said pushy. No one said selfish. I said I'm giving, and I can be bossy.
Okay, which all those are great.
And the
points.
first thing I said was, this is gonna be my last year being single. I ain't gonna be single at the end of this year. That's what I said.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, look, this is the crazy thing, right? And so you probably don't know this. I used to tell Rebekah about these red flags before they happen, right?
Jeff doesn't like anybody I date. Let's make that clear, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't like anybody I date. He also is my AK brother daddy, and he likes to grill them like they not grown ass men. It's horrible. So if I have anybody, I do not bring them around Jeff. The only person he has never did that to was someone that I dated that was his friend. That was it.
Of course not.
Other than that, I don't bring nobody. After this last guy I had dated, that I will never bring anybody else around Jeff until we're engaged. Ever. Ever. I'm so serious.
Was I wrong?
Ever.
Was I wrong?
You were right. That's besides the point.
I was right.
You were right, but that's besides the point.
Okay. All right. So look, Rebekah, you may not know this. Keep in mind, Ashley she's jumped the broom before. I was there.
Oh gosh.
Right?
You were there.
So you know what I told Denise? I don't like him. I was like, he an okay guy, but I don't like him. You know, I get these vibes. I'm one of them people, and I don't get genuine vibes from certain people. And now Ashley's single. I mean, I don't know the guy, but I only met him like once, you know, but
it went nowhere fast. Listen, it's okay.
That's
it's
all
okay.
right.
Look, I'm gonna have to start claiming this my last year being single too.
Yep. It's my last year being single. I'm not gonna be single at the end of the year. My man comes
But
to the
it
couch
all
with-
boils down to, Jeff, this is what single women have to deal with. We have to deal with men that don't listen. Because you just showed us that.
No, you know,
And
I'm really
also-
thinking about getting an older man, like somebody.
I've dated, my dating pool has consisted of 41 to 55, and it still does not matter.
Really?
It's
Damn, I was thinking about 45, 50.
Ma'am,
I was like, maybe I need someone that's like 15 years older than me.
I do it, and it still does not. They are either too busy, let them tell it, or they still about games too.
Really?
I haven't met one yet that was obviously anything sustaining.
let me just say that I do appreciate both of you ladies for taking you some time out your day to sit down and share some insight and your thoughts on the dating pool and red flags. And we're gonna have to do this again.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Hey,
Next
hey.
time, give me some advance warning, and I'll be on
petty,
camera.
ass. Don't be petty like that, ass. I know.
Make sure you leave that in. Don't try to cut it out either.
Hey, ass. Look, I know you got a quick weave over there or something. It's probably in the
First
night.
of all, do I look like somebody who would just do a 5-minute quick weave that I throw in my head?
You want me to answer that?
You need to answer it right, because you ain't never seen me with my hair out of.
Right.
Don't lie.
But look, hey. So next time, hey, we're gonna have to do this again, man. It was lovely. Next time we're gonna talk about you women. Oh yeah, I thought it'd get quiet. Yeah. Hey,
I had to remind myself that you were still recording. That's all.
all right, hey. Well, look, until next time, people, we out.